Yo, what's up guys, welcome to another Warcraft replay here, and we are back on the Netease ladder. Do apologize about the rather weird uploading intervals, I guess. Yeah, Semester's back, and that basically means I am like almost dead all the time, so that is that. This thing's not too centered, but I think it won't matter too much. I don't know, I just thought maybe it's probably best to be on top of the minimap instead of this location. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this dead space, but yeah, once I finally get time to redo my overlays, yeah, maybe I'll think of something. But for now, 120 spawning in as the red undead in the bottom right, and he'll be facing off against Colorful, the blue Night Elf player in the top left. This is their third match so far on the channel, at least on the ladder. Colorful unfortunately wasn't able to get any sort of victories versus 120. I think the last one was, it actually says on the top right, the last one was versus in game 48, and I don't remember too much about that particular game. I think it was just standard, and yeah, I don't know if we're gonna see standard this time around. Actually, no, we probably will. Yeah, because that I guess that's just how I choose the replays these days. I just look at the heroes and then, you know, judge whether or not I should upload or not. And yeah, this is going to be something different, I guess, for a long time. It's definitely not revolutionary. It's just, we'll just have to see. It's going to be a Death Knight versus Demon Hunter here. Ancient War creeping at the turtle camp. Not too difficult. Not doing any weird sharp starts or anything like that. Just going for just safe and sound. Getting a +3 intelligence. It's not too great for the Demon Hunter, but it could be great as a second item or an item for a second hero. We shall see. But for now, hopefully can try better with this camp. I think it's safe to change the colors of this game, right? Probably not. Okay, we'll just stick with this. The creep are gonna be having that red, so try not to get confused too much. I will try not to get confused either. But Death Knight, ooh, unable to get that kill with just his Unholy Aura, so you might say it's strange to see Unholy Aura without any ghoul support, and I actually kind of agree. Normally, undeads do like to go ghoul opening because of how weak Night Elf early game is, but yeah, I'm pretty sure 120 went Ted opening and gone for an extremely early tier 2, so even I don't know why he took Unholy Aura if he is just going to be skeleton harassing, so yeah, right now not finding too much success. I mean, he could have picked up like 2 kills already if he had a Death Coil start, but again, skeleton harassment is not to actually kill anything. That is just a bonus, but just laying down the pressure on Colorful, just making sure you know where he is, and yeah, it kind of stopped him from continuing this camp. Although the item did get picked up by the Demon Hunter, another skeleton bites the dust, and that is just 1 kill away from a level 2 Demon Hunter, who is still holding on to his abilities because not really the best situation to be using any of his abilities, really. No mass ghoul, so immolation is definitely not going to be considered. Evasion is pretty solid, but not generally a first skill, obviously. Mana burn is not too useful, especially since your opponent went aura first, so they don't really have need for that mana at this early stage of the game, and all it pretty much does is, I guess, yeah, burns a lot of mana from the Moonwells when you go for it, so is gonna go for some bit of burst with a mana burn here since he did spot that opportunity, I guess, but yeah, with
your building is.
I was gonna say boots of speed, but that Death Knight is running very fast without boots of speed, so able to outrun the Demon Hunter with boots of speed, which is interesting. I don't even know if the Death Knight even got hit with the movement speed buff.
Upgrade finished.
I know most of the tavern heroes got hit by that, but that's strange. Or maybe the Death Knight just...
I stand ready.
Yeah, I have no idea, but I'm pretty sure Unholy Aura isn't that much of a speed boost compared to a boost of speed, but I guess I was wrong. Nagasi was coming out as second hero, and she is going to get that solo experience, as the Demon Hunter is going to try his best to just harass, try and pick up some free kills if you can see it. Tier 3 is going straight away for 120, really wants those destroyers out. Colorful is going for tier 3 himself, and it seems like a double Ancient of Law comp for him. So yeah, could be Mass Dryads, they do extremely well versus destroyers. Or it could just be going for standard Dryads and Bears. But yeah, I mean, either's work well. I honestly prefer the Mass Dryads myself. Whenever I play Night Elf, I just spam Dryads, and it gets pretty ridiculous, especially if you have a good number. But obviously there is some weaknesses to that. It kind of struggles quite a bit versus Mass Crypt Fiends, but it does really well versus Mass Destroyers, which most undead players would like to go anyway because of just how overbearing those kind of units are. But yeah, not too sure about that. DK took a lot of damage from somewhere. I guess his little scuffles with the Demon Hunter is starting to pay its toll. But yeah, tier 3 nearly done. Second hero is going to be a Lich who I guess was timed to match the tier 3 completion to get that Orb of Corruption. Nagasi is moving out with level 3 already, so she's already passed the Demon Hunter in terms of levels, who is still harassing.
Your building is complete. Our warriors
yeah, now that the DK has access to Death Coil, I mean, like, no need to hold back on the mana burns, just keep burning that mana so that creeping just gets even more difficult. Nice fault lining there from the Nagasi Witch, doing a good number of AoE DPS there, and that is going to force a TB scroll at least for the DK. That also makes, that also was able to kill a Crypt Fiend, so yeah, getting a lot more than that TB scroll. A full kill is, is definitely a lot more than you could have asked for. And I guess that is kind of enabled thanks to the Demon Hunter, who just constantly kept the mana pool of that Death Knight empty. I did hear a Drill of the Claws, so it seems like we're just going to go pretty standard comp here. Adept training is done, as yeah, I guess he's just waiting on resources for Master's training. Overlord Camp gets taken out, and that is going to be plus 12 claws, so that could be a very, very devastating Naga. I'm pretty sure the Naga would love that claws of attack. Demon Hunter could have it as well, but I mean, so far it seems like most of the funneling has gone over to the Naga Sea Witch, as, oh actually no, it's going to be funneled to the Demon Hunter this time, so okay. I mean, they're both level 3, but the Naga is getting close to that level 4. Shade gets spotted by the Watcher Ward, so that is going to be pretty good info for both sides. At least 120 knows where his opponent is, but Colorful now knows that his opponent has a Sack Pit and could potentially have a Boneyard, which is on the way, so yeah, might have to tone it down a bit with those Drones of Claws. It doesn't seem like it's going to stop Colorful anytime soon, so yeah, bit of a risk. I mean, the Bears, what do they tank? They kind of just tank the Crypt Fiends themselves. They're not really good tanks against the Destroyers and Frostworms, obviously, because they can't fight back, and they do take extra damage. They do really well versus A-bombs if 120 is even going to go for them, but yeah, other than that, I really don't see that much of a flaw versus Mass Dryads. I'm guessing that's 120's Watcher Ward, so both sides do have their own. Yikes, frost arrows and slow poison, that is just very, very oppressive for the undead player. First destroyer is in the air, and will it be able to do anything? There's quite a good number of archers, to be honest, so the destroyer might find a little bit of a difficult time actually making anything work. Demon Hunter by himself, I'm not too sure about this. He did give free mana over to the destroyer there with that rejuvenate, so
Research finished.
not a smart idea, but I guess it's just keeping his opponent in check. As I say that, Demon Hunter drops to half health. Another rejuvenate, needs to be careful not to get too close to that destroyer, as yeah, never mind, it seems like that is just not gonna happen. Can Colorful do anything? It looks like he really wants this fight, and the Naga could potentially get something with some picks here. But here comes the Frost Worm. Oh, very nice Fault Lightning, but the Frost Worm is out, and it is going to be melting those bears as I say that. Nice microing from Colorful as I say that again. Second one is going to drop. But the Dryad's going focus firing on that Frost Worm. Almost able to kill it, but the DK will be able to have enough mana for a Death Coil, and there we go. Didn't actually heal that much, unfortunately, so yeah, the Demon Hunter is going right after that Death Knight, who is going to pop a 15-second invuln. Lich able to get a level up on, yikes, on the Dryad as he Frost Novas the Demon Hunter, so a bit of a turnaround there for 120, but his Death Knight is so low, might be able to pop that TP scroll if he actually pays attention to it, but yeah, that Demon Hunter loss might be a bit of a momentum swing there. Froststorm gets taken down, so never mind, momentum kind of lost there as well. Death Coil also was a little late, so that is just wasted mana. The Lich is a bit of a problem, is gonna pop a Frost Armor for some reason. I have actually no idea why he has Frost Armor, but very nice blocking there with his Dryads, but the Death Knight is going to transfer over the TP Scroll for the Lich, as the Dryads are still sticking with it. As I said that, they just back off. Naga is very low. She does have a TP Scroll. I guess that's why the Demon Hunter got killed, because it was on the Naga instead. But, I mean, all of this just for that expansion to be fully saturated, and yes it is, and this is probably not to the knowledge of 120. I really don't trust this Fog of War, but I guess he has spotted it. Probably with a Shade. That's might be the best explanation, so is going to clear the bottom left and might want to get himself his own expansion as he moves his Acolyte. Level 4 for the Death Knight there as Hood of the Cunning for the Lich. I guess that's alright. I mean, the Lich does love like all three stats. Agility might be the lesser of the three because the attack speed buff is not too noticeable, and the armor is armor's weird, especially since you have Frost Armor anyway, so you might not need that agility armor. But either way, it is a +4 in intelligence, so that is gonna buff his damage up a little bit. Unfortunately, he wasn't graced with any claws, so yeah, hopefully he can find some soon. Otherwise, yeah, these bears are just gonna get demolished by all the spell damage and magic damage coming in from the Destroyer / Frostworm. Level 4 onto the Lich there as the... That is just all the bears taken down. Froststorm Destroyer is still alive, but the Death Knight is going to be forced to TP back, as there's no real solid way of killing the remaining Dryads, so yeah, might need to find a solution to that. He can definitely take down all the bears. It's just that those Dryads are a bit of a problem for 120, so I would imagine Abominations would be very nice, or maybe even Meat Wagons, but yeah, even Meat Wagons are a bit of a gamble because, well, unless you have like 2 or 3, they kind of just get sniped and run over by those Dryads anyway. Fluid of Accuracy there for the Naga Sea Witch from the Troll Warlock camp over here. That is going to be extremely useful for these Dryads because that's just free attack damage, and they're not even completed in weapon upgrades, so overall it's a good item. Also hits the Naga as well, so I mean, it's probably the best aura item aside from battle drums, so yep, there's that. More creeping with the Lich as the Death Knight is somewhere. Where is the Death Knight? I actually have no idea where the Death Knight is. There he is, he's at shop. Probably just to have bought a second TP scroll, but yeah, does 120 want this fight? He has quite a good number of statues. Sadly, he doesn't have that much DPS in terms of Dryad killing power, but I guess he doesn't need Dryad killing power when he can just Nova Coil the Demon Hunter to death. So the Naga Sea Witch, yet again sighing, have to carry this once again. But yeah, she also is very squishy, so it's gonna force that TP scroll, and yeah, even I didn't expect the Demon Hunter dropping so quickly. That's not even level 5 Lich, so I mean, the Frost Nova will get even stronger after just a little bit of experience. And that is rather scary for Colorful, because he could definitely finish the game off, but he just kind of loses out whenever he loses his heroes, and that is not good, especially since his opponent has equalized in terms of economy and is starting to mine off of his second base. Tower being placed here, cheeky tower, but one tower is not going to be enough to defend against all of this, to be honest. Here we go, Frost Nova onto the bear, and he is just getting taken down very, very quickly. Preservation on that druid, so needs to be careful with this Demon Hunter. Can't preserve it until a while. And let's see where the focus fire goes. 2 Frost Rooms in the air. Pretty devastating Fork Lightning. That is max Fork Lightning. 1 A-bomb on the ground, trying to, I guess, keep track of these units, but the Frost Arrows is doing a noticeable effect. He is not able to swing his cleaver all too often, as yeah, that is, I think, I don't know, one of the few Crypt Fiends left on 120's army. It is pretty much all statues, destroyers, or frost worms. And of course that 1 Soul Abomination. Hopefully he can try and be the MVP, but yeah, I'm not too sure about that. Maybe he needs Disease Clouds, I don't know, but maybe he needs a second buddy. Demon Hunter going straight after that second Crypt Fiend, and that is going to be all the Crypt Fiends down. Demon Hunter is going to pop the invuln after those Frost Rooms. Frost Room number 3 also pops up as well, so that is a lot of magic damage, at least on the side of the undead. But I mean, those Dryads are still being untouched. The Lich can't one-man solo this entire game, as now we witness those Frost Rooms absolutely eviscerating those bears. But yeah, the Dryads still a bit of a problem, and they are eventually going to wipe out all those air units, as the Naga Sea Witch thankfully was focus fired and going to be forcing that TP scroll, so 120 does live another day. I mean, yeah, I guess, to be honest, Colorful could have maybe sacrificed his Naga Sea Witch or something, or he could have maybe Preservation swapped with his Demon Hunter, but I guess he just didn't have the APM to do so.
Our gold mine is running low.
So gonna give some breathing room to 120. I'm not sure how much of a breathing room he is going to get, because he needs a drastic change in terms of army comp, because those Dryads just don't die. And as you can see here, Colorful is starting to weigh heavily on the Dryads rather than the bears. He's gonna have the bears just to, I guess, soak up some Frostworm and Destroyer damage, I guess. I don't know why I said that, because, I mean, Dryads are immune anyway, so they're there to soak something. Here we go, level 3 Demon Hunter, level 5 Naga Sea Witch, very close to that level 6. The Demon Hunter just popped to 4, as very, very early Death Coil coming down onto that Frostworm, as the one lone A-bomb is going to get completely taken down by those bears and Dryads. So now there's no front wall for the undead. He needs to do something about these bears and Dryads quick, as the Dryads are just going to quickly bring down that Frostworm. Do we have another Death Coil? No, we do not. The Death Knight is out of mana, as yeah, this is not looking too good. Naga Sewage is at level 6. I'm not sure if we're going to see a tornado coming in, but we definitely could. Another Fork Lightning able to take down a couple of units there. Replacement A-Bomb died as quickly as he came, and yeah, this is not looking good for the undead player here. Could go for that Demon Hunter kill, but this time around the Naga is going to preserve him back home. Demon Hunter does not have his TP staff off of cooldown? Yeah, I don't think so, so is just going to walk all the way back as the Lich is just going to TP back to the main base. Looking really, really bad for 120 as he is about 25-ish supply down. Or now it's 20, but yeah, he is going to lose that expansion. I mean, all you have to do is look at the remaining units. What do I see? I see a lot of Dryads, so I don't know why he keeps making those Frost Rooms, because the Frost Rooms just, it's 7 supply, so when you lose one, it skews the population tracking immensely. I mean, yeah, they burn those bears very quickly, but I mean, after he burns the bears, now what? I mean, he could maybe go for the heroes, but the heroes can just invuln or preserve back home. It's a really, really weird position to be in for 120 because normally this comp works, but when it versus like mass dryads, you really need like a good number of Crypt Fiends or something like that, because this is not looking too good. Tinker, I'm not sure how useful he's going to be, as he's still level 1, so he's going to get bursted down quickly whenever those dryads choose to attack him. But right now they're just going to be attacking those Frost Worms there, as the level 6 on the Lich, no mana for a Death and Decay, but maybe he might be able to do something. Nova Coil onto the Demon Hunter. Is he going to pop the Invuln? Yes, he is. Is going to assassinate the Tinker, as Frost Worms without any healing support is going to get taken down maybe. They're trying to rely on the trees to get out of vision there, but yeah, Demon Hunter once again gets TP'd back home. I think this time around he does have TP staff, so he can join in right away. Naga Sewage hits that level 7. We're not seeing any sort of ultimate ability just yet, but I mean, Naga Sewage has a TP scroll, so chasing the Naga is not going to be too fruitful. There we go, TP scroll being used, but the remaining army should stay around. They really shouldn't TP back home, but some of them did get caught in it. But 76 versus 36, red hit point Frostworm, as I just say that he gets sniped down, so yeah, Colorful able to swiftly get a revenge victory here, and that is going to be that. Interesting, I picked it because the Naga Sewage was level 7, but all we saw was just level 3 Fork Lightnings, and yeah, that was pretty devastating. Giving the undead a bit of their own medicine, but I was expecting tornadoes and stuff, but oh well. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys again whenever.